Hello, Leo. Welcome to Spicy Sunflower Tarot. This is going to be a middle of March reading for you. This is going to be this energy snapshot for the middle of March, hopefully to give you a little touchdown energy on where you're at, where you're going, how you're feeling in this moment in time. Whenever you come to this reading, I hope that it speaks to you, that it encourages you, that it helps you. That's my goal. I have the starting off point for us is the Trust Your Vibes Oracle cards. These are from Sonia Choquette, and I'll just give a couple of shuffles. Everything has been meditated and prayed over for your highest good. And as a fire sign, Leo, we're getting ready to exit Pisces season and head into your fire cousin, Aries. Aries is the official start of the zodiac signs in the 12 signs of the zodiac system. Aries is the starting off point, the beginner, the new fresh energy, that spring energy. For the sign of Leo, we have Feed Your Spirit. Oh, this is absolutely beautiful. Feed Your Spirit has to do with exactly what it sounds like. What do you need right now, Leo? Do you need to go be out in nature? What feeds your spirit? Do you need to eat something nourishing, your favorite food? Do you have this craving for homemade soup? Do you need to stay in bed all day and be in your jammies and watch your favorite shows? Maybe take a day off of work and just feed your spirit. Do you need to take a relaxing, nourishing bath? Do you need to get a facial, get a massage? Do you need to make love? What is something that feeds your spirit? Now, this is card number 47. Card number 47 will reduce down to the number 11, which then reduces down to the number 2. So we have the single number 2 indicating a sense of duality, a sense of balance, a sense of intuition. Now, when we do anything that feeds our spirit, that will enhance your sense of life balance, your sense of intuition, your sense of seeing things from others' perspectives. That's, I think, what it usually does for me, is it just balances my energy. So feed your spirit. What is that for you, Leo? I'm going to set this off to the side because I hope that this is like an overshadowing of our upcoming reading. So I'm going to start off with When Women Had Wings tarot cards. Now, this tarot card layout that I have in mind is short and sweet. I've been able to pull out a lot of really deep messages, however. So let's see what we get for the sign of Leo. Let's see what Spirit has for the sign of Leo. One more shuffle through. Leo, I hope that this time of year is treating you well. I hope that you're staying spiritually positive. I hope that you are clear-minded and that you come to this reading for a specific message that I hope that you get. Please remember, not every reading is going to be for every Leo. This might be something that applies to you after you watch it, or possibly you recognize the energy from before you watched it, and it's something that's been going on for you. So let's tune in, touch down, and tap into the sign of Leo for this middle of March. Thank you so much for being here. One more shuffle through. No jumpers, so we're going to lay these cards out for Leo. 10 of Swords, the Hierophant, and the 3 of Pentacles. Interesting. So we have some earth energy present here. I know you are, like I said, are a fire sign. A 10 of Swords, Hierophant, 3 of Pentacles. Bottom of the deck is the 7 of Wands. So this is the overshadowing energy for this top row. This speaks to me in the terms of feed your spirit. It's already collaborating with the Oracle card. This Feed Your Spirit energy speaks to the Seven of Wands because the Seven of Wands is like the preparatory energy before you determine that you need to go feed your spirit. First, you are Seven of Wands, and then it's like you on the drive home from work, you're like, I need to take a day off and I need to do X, Y, or Z, whatever the Feed Your Spirit is for you. You need to take care of yourself because right now you are feeling like you have to put up boundaries. You have to put up these guards, these protective measures from other people. There is this need to like surround yourself with your wands. And remember, this is your element. This is fire. This is your passions. These are your drives. This could be your ego. This could be anything that you are fiery and passionate about. It's almost like you feel like you need to put yourself behind them and not, I get this feeling of I can't show people my real true self because they would take advantage of it. And I have to protect myself and my craft, whatever your craft or your specialty is. You feel like you need to protect yourself from either people stealing your ideas, people trying to copy you and take things that don't belong to them as far as your craft or whatever it is you do. There feels like there's a sense of, and it's tiring, it's exhausting. It's exhausting to not be able to be your authentic, true, real self because you fear what others would do with your vulnerability. So in turn, then you become very protective and you become very defensive like. So Seven of Wands is this boundary setting, and that makes a lot of sense. Remember, something about this energy for this middle of March is creating a sense of I need to go behind a wall of protection, and I'm going to need to do something to take care of my inner world because I'm using all of my energy protecting something. Now, there might be plenty of reason for you to be protective, but this is what's highlighted right now. And then the Ten of Swords is the air energy. This is betrayal. This is lies, talking behind your back, people stabbing you in the back with their words, with their gossip, with their conversations. They're not holding you in high esteem. They're bringing you down. They're making you feel attacked. The positive side of all of that is that it's over. We've reached the end. The 10 is the culmination point of all of that energy. So where this person is this wounded soul, where they're mentally, I'm done. And you know, when somebody gets to that point where they try, and then they finally say, you know what? I don't care what they say anymore. I don't care what people say behind my back. I don't care what they do. I'm done. And then it's over. And when you stop caring or when you stop giving it energy, when you stop feeding it your mental energy, this is taxing, overburdened. Your mental capacity has reached its culmination point of, I can't even think about this anymore because it's so hurtful. I've been through so much with this group of people, with this friend group, with my family members, whatever this group is. It feels like there's more than one. It feels like almost a ganging up mentality, like a mob mentality of you've had people come at you, which really does call out to why you have felt this need to protect yourself with your boundaries. There is a difference too between your boundaries and putting walls up. So you'll have to decide if this reading is speaking to you. You'll have to determine if you feel like you have erected walls, which keeps you in and everyone else out, which can become very unhealthy, which is unhealthy. Or have you erected boundaries of speaking out what you need to take care of yourself, and somebody or people can only come this far and then they have to back off. So you've reached your culmination point. We move into the Hierophant. This calls out a sense of power. You've taken this power back. This power dynamic has shifted now into your court, because as the Hierophant, what I love about the Hierophant is, and this is how I always like to remember it, is it has the word hero, and you becoming the hero of your own story. You taking your power back to such a degree that you own your life. The Hierophant is a spiritual teacher. It is a minister. It's a pastor. It can speak to marriage. So you could use your marriage as your safe place. Maybe your marriage or your partner in marriage is somebody that it helps you to protect yourself from whatever has been happening. But the Hierophant is your protection system. It is you taking your power back with knowledge, with information that you've gathered by observing the environment or seeking out a spiritual, like a minister, a priest, a pastor. Maybe you go to a favorite yoga class and your teacher there speaks out things that just stick with you, and they speak to you and they help you out of this mentally draining energy. And then we move into Three of Pentacles, which says, now that you've gotten that hero of your life story back, you're able to go out into the world and build and grow and work together with others in a healthy way. It's almost like, reminds me of the beginning blocks of like when you're playing blocks or Legos and you have to build your foundation first. That's the Three of Pentacles. So as you feed your spirit, as you take care of yourself mentally and emotionally and physically, and you've regained your power, you start back over fresh from the building blocks of, I like to think of the Three of Pentacles is the mind, body, spirit, of that mind body connection, doing things that maybe feed your spirit, that realign your energy back to its proper positioning. Let's grab the Tarot of Mystical Moments and do a bottom row of clarification for the sign of Leo. For the sign of Leo, let's get clarification for you. What else can we share with the sign of Leo to clarify the messages that we have already pulled out for them? Let's get this split 3 ways for you and jump back in. Thank you so much for your energy and your time to be here, Leo. It just means the world to me. Let's clarify Ten of Swords for the sign of Leo, Spirit. Clarify the Ten of Swords. Clarification for Ten of Swords for the sign of Leo with the Tower. Yeah. Interesting. Okay, let's clarify the Hierophant for the sign of Leo. Clarify the Hierophant for the sign of Leo. Wow. I love when the cards speak to the other cards. That's cool. Let's clarify the Hierophant for the sign of Leo. Two of Swords. Okay. And then last, Three of Pentacles. Clarify the Three of Pentacles with the Eight of Pentacles. The bottom of the deck, we have the Chariot, which just speaks loud and proud to Leo is moving on. Leo's moving forward. You know, everything that happened in the past, it happened for a reason. I think you're really seeing that. Clarifying the Ten of Swords is the Tower. The Tower is an abomination, or an abolishment rather, of what you thought was going right in your life. You believed in it. It was a tower. It was an erected source of strength for you at one point. But then everything came tumbling down and crashing to the ground. That speaks to the Ten of Swords, because it was this awareness was given to you that people that you thought you could trust, people that you thought you could rely on, they were not trustworthy. They did not have your best interests at heart. They actually took your information and they used it against you. They stabbed you in the back. They gossiped. They started rumors, the whole thing. And that was, in my opinion, that was the tower for you. I think that you possibly had an inkling of an idea that something was going on, but something actually revealed itself, and that's the tower. So it was given to you. And I like to say about the tower, it's shocking. It's unexpected. It comes out of nowhere. It shatters our belief system in something, but it happens for you, not to you. So once maybe some time has passed and you can look back on the situation, I think that you'll be able to realize that it didn't happen to you. It did happen for you. And it gave you the ability to find your own hero in your own story again. So that is another positive aspect. This Hierophant being clarified by the Two of Swords. And the Two of Swords is the mental processing moment of indecision, of feeling like I could go this way or I could go that way. And what it says to me is there was a moment in time where you were at odds with, should I go and clear things up with this group, my family, my workplace, whatever, or should I move forward? So there was a moment of a sense of indecision of, should I stay and work this out and get to the root of the problem and make things better, or should I clear the slate? And it looks like the tower helped you along with that. This moment of indecision was taken care of for you. And the Eight of Pentacles clarifying the Three of Pentacles, absolutely. This really speaks to workplace, and it's clarifying the Three of Pentacles by the Eight of Pentacles, saying that you wasted very little time getting down and out about something. You were able to pick yourself back up, be the hero of your own story, Eight of Pentacles, and get to work. Just get to work. Let's just face the music. Let's just be grateful for what we've been shown, good, bad, or otherwise. Yeah, it hurt. Yeah, it was painful. Yes, I don't know about this whole group of people anymore. But you know what? This is how I make my money. This is how I make my living. And I'm an expert at my craft. So I'm just going to get back to business. Period. End. That is your reading, Leo. I hope this helps you. I hope it serves you in some way, shape, or form. Please remember that I'm available on TikTok and on YouTube, and your likes and your shares and your subscribes and your comments, they help momentously. And it was a pleasure to be a part of this community with you. So thank you very much. Be blessed and be well.